Hello everyone, it's Blaze Scott again. People seem to enjoy my last Gordo analysis video, and I like doing these. So I figured I might as well do it again with my own matches that just appeared. Analyzing my own matches is going to be a lot different than analyzing someone else's matches because I'll be able to describe what's going on through my head. I'll be able to clearly state the mistakes I made, and I can go more in depth to my personal theory of fighting the player and fighting the character. This is the Red Bull Conquest Philadelphia. I managed to get fourth this tournament. So going into this, I know the player I'm fighting is Temple Nut, who I know personally. He's a very strong overall player. He's very good in multiple games, but because of that, I know that he probably has not practiced Eunice as much as other people. So with that in mind, going into the set, I really wanted to just hit him with stuff that he might not be prepared to know, like 6-6C, 2-2A pressure. That sort of stuff I know he probably knows the answer for, but it will probably take him a bit to get used to it and adjust to me doing it because he hasn't done it in so long. Just little player effects you can really take advantage, just knowing what type of player you're fighting. And then Hilda, the character, you just basically want to get on it any way possible. I'll go more in depth to the matchup if situations come up. Yeah, you just see me going with a 6-6E, like I said. I've been using it much more often, very meaty button. And you see me go for a command grab there because a quick first two set like this, I really just want to get my damage quick and end it as soon as possible. You have the luxury in long sets of being able to play more conservatively and really digest what defensive options your opponent has. But since this is a tournament set, you don't really have the time to do that. So if I can get him to be scared of command grabs and start making mistakes on defense early on, you can really capitalize on that. It's a more risky way of playing, but it guarantees that your opponent is probably going to be expecting you to do RPS, which will cause them to make mistakes. Yep, you see me go for a man grab and then a meaty to just show that I'm going to be making you guess. Yep, here I just enforce that I am going to be doing 6-6 2-2A. I like to do this a lot, actually. I'm going to do Grim Reaper in the corner and I'm sort of at this space. They sort of either expect me to run in, so their mental state is going to be defending. A lot of characters, especially Hilda, they have very good jump back, so they might try to jump back button to avoid me running in. So I'll go for charge 5C. You see me walk forward just a bit there. I do that on purpose to make it seem like I'm going to be going in, but then so they'll either be defending or they'll try to jump out or they'll do a button, and charge 5C can be a lot of those options. This round is over. I remember not spending the meter though, and the reason for that is, because right here, I do not think EXDP would have killed. Hilda has low health, so I might, but guaranteed, I think 2-2C would kill because she has low health. But the thing about doing 2-2C in the combos is you have to time it just right, or the last hit of 2-2C won't hit, in which case I'll be wasting 100 meters and she won't be dead. And also, if I time it too late, it'll miss, and then I'll be getting punished and waste 100 meters. So I figured it's Hilda. She's a character that her bar is bad, so in my head there, it was just a safer option just to kill her, and I didn't want to spend 200 meters either. Round start, I ran forward because I know he plays Gordo, so I figured that he would be respecting Grim Reaper 2-3-6C, so I'll be able to run in, but he was not. He did 2B to start the round. Right here, I'm pretty much just trying to get grid, but he decided to run in, which is sort of a win in my book, getting it close to me. He did try to throw me, probably to catch a shield, but 2C, throw OS. Now here I win grid. Spending me right away. I notice right here he backdashes when I do this, which I'm probably going to take note of later. I think I remember punishing him doing that later. It's just little tidbits like that. You want to absorb that information while you're fighting. Yep, I saw him do a move. Do this so I can get to the corner. Yep, grab him again. Home to mash. Yep, I veil off here. Just get them to come down back for sure. Because I had the life lead, I can sort of just leverage my advantage and play more patiently. Dreamy Brew there wasn't much of a risk, so it was fine. I got pretty lucky there hitting the 5C, honestly. I just really wanted to try to melee him. I thought he might backdash, honestly, so... Actually, I'm not sure why I went to 236B. Right here, it's just guessing right attack so you don't get hit by a 50-50. I decided to delay normal get up. Okay, wasn't too threatening. And right here, catch the backdash because I saw him backdash beforehand. Take effect of the information I gained beforehand. So right here, switch to Gordel. And going to this, all that's in my mind is I'm probably going to 6-6C to 2A more because Gord actually has pretty annoying time dealing with that with the 6 frame 5A and a 7 frame 2A. What's happening is I don't like that white stage. It honestly just messes with my eyes. If you have stuff like that happen in tournament, just do what you're comfortable with. Like if you like playing player one side, always ask for it. If you like a certain song playing, go back and switch to it. Don't try to be like a nice guy and just go with the flow. Just do absolutely whatever is necessary to you to feel comfortable. It is the same song. I didn't really care the song. Fox is funny. Yep, going for normal gross. Just classic Gord stuff going on. I go for a 6B, probably because I won the first game. And I kind of just want to end the game now. So I'm just going for cheeky stuff. Which honestly is a pretty big loss in my book, because if you see all the grid he has, he's in a pretty decent spot to win if he can just take advantage of this CS situation. I know that Gord has the same frame data as me, so I'm content with just pressing 5A after CS. Not a luxury he has all the time. Yeah, here I just sort of realized he has so much grid, so I'm just like, well, shit. Not really sure how I'm going to hit him, not really sure how I'm going to open him up. So, sort of just spacing it out, getting a feel for the situation. Notice I'm in a good range for 3C B+. Here, I'm probably going to, yep. Right here, I tried to go for TK236C to deny a CS. I would have to force for him to super back, which is fine in my book. But I messed it up. Pretty fortunate that he dropped the 2C. Yeah, right here. Ooh, that was really nice by me. Just faking the throw. Yep. Stuff like that is stuff I do when I feel comfortable. Just going for deep throw baits like that. Being comfortable is very important in tournament sets. You perform your best. Yep. I was quite surprised he went for this, but I had an inkling he might, so there's no risk of me just starting the round, dash block, seeing he's going to Grim Reaper, and punishing otherwise. I'm surprised he did it because he knows I'm quite versed in Gord. but he did it. Backdash. I figured that he might not 2C. I've been going for that a lot. Is it gimmicky? Yes, but it has worked so often that I'm going to probably keep doing it until it stops. Get the trade. Yep, I'm sort of just taking advantage of 6-6C pressure here. Yep, proper response. But in my mind, like, I knew that him getting proper response is going to take a while. So, I'm still the advantage. Here, I'm not really sure what he's doing. It's probably more better question to ask what I'm doing, not taking the yellow throw. I was just sort of really surprised by it, if I'm to be honest. I wasn't sure what was going on. I just tucked the right too late. He said, "What's going on?" That's actually pretty good guard throws. Yep. 2C mesh. I wonder how I close out this round. Not afraid of CS because it's Gord. I'd probably just go for more pressure. Yep. Here I noticed that the grid war is closing, so I stopped going for the 6-6C pressure. And then Assault's going to give me more grid, and then Assault just ended up hitting, but I mainly just did a 2-win grid there. Pretty fortunate win in my book. Just sort of took advantage of it being a tournament set. And next up we have a pretty exciting match against Ju Chi. Sorry, I'm really bad at saying your name. I just call him Ju. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. Pretty terrible matchup for Gord. A lot of good Gords I talk to say it's not that bad, but I still think it's one of his worst matchups, but it's nothing like 3-7 or anything. Mainly it's this space right here is the problem he has dealing with, but Gord has a lot of options to deal with his fireballs, and the fact that he has a dash instead of a run. Mainly will just take advantage. They start throwing fireballs and doing things in order to get them to throw fireballs so you can whiff punish. And then on defense, you sort of just pray and make the right read. You see me not going for optimal combos just because I'm not very comfortable with them. Well, I am pretty comfortable with them. It's just that it's a tournament set, and these combos I'm like 1000% comfortable with it. So I'm going to be doing these. I'd be getting 100 more damage with a different route, but in my mind, I'm just going for with I know it's going to 100% work. I watch my friends like Giuseppe go for hard combos all the time, and they hit him very often, but I do see him drop them, and that's a lot of damage here taken off the table. Yep, chain ship. Somebody going for a slow. Yep, doing staggers with a slow walk up. Here, I'm just sort of trying to win grid, so I felt pretty comfortable right here. 2 COS coming in yet again. They call me the 2 COS god. Yep, you'll see me do this instead of going for EX Reaper because I want the side switch. Side switch is very important. Very good throw tech by Chichi. He also goes for stuff like normal jumps very often, which can catch you by surprise. He caught my shield there. I'm very fortunate with him. Very scary for me. So this is a very scary spot for Gord. I'm going to make a right read on defense just to get the hit. Yep. 2B out. Stuff like 2B there, like you can beat out by Bitatsu, right? Another low crushing moves. Which is why making the right read on defense is very scary to score in this matchup. Yep. You see me run up a lot during the second round when I have 100 meter because it's very obvious for Gorge to go for Grim Reaper 2-360. And when that happens, I like to just dash up, and then once this is at this range, they're already expecting something else, so me dashing up, they're just going to default to an option they're used to immediately, so usually a whiff throw, a shield, a button, so very often I like to go for a soul. Let it go for a solo, let it go for a throw. Yeah, wake up 2A, which is kind of surprising because I think it's the first command grab I did. I kind of won the first round, so I kind of just want to try to steamroll him, but he ended up guessing right, which I'm hopefully going to take note of, that he is going to match on defense. Yep, 5As are very annoying because you really want to shield them, but you can't really. You see me 3C here because he's sort of at that spacing where if it hits on block, it's still fine for you, but fireball beats me out. Yep, you see me wait here because I know I have great advantage, so I sort of was just waiting for him to do something. I'm not sure what the whiff throw was. I think I tried a dash throw, but it was too slow. Or messed up the input, I should say. Not that I was too slow. Yep, he's gonna shoot me here. Ow. Yeah, that's another thing. I think I did try C a lot, and that's very scary, which is Akatsuki because he has parries and he has that super. Beat me out with the 2A, so I know that he knows the proper RPS situations for V260. So what he's shown me so far is that he knows proper matchup knowledge and then scored. So I'll probably be doing less gimmicks. Less common Gordon gimmicks, I should say. Because you will see me hit him with some stuff later on. Yep, mail off. We've done a lot of RPS so far, but nothing involving veil off, so I was very confident that I was going to hit there. Tried to go for a grab reset there, but it was too early. Going for a grab reset because I really want to just get more damage on the board, because I knew I would have to make a comeback. Yep, you see me guard throws because the Warble cycle is about to end anyway, so I might as well make use of it while I can and try to win it. Saw that I was slowly winning it, so didn't commit to a shield at all. Yep, Melissa is very strong. Nice confirm on the 5A. You have to make sure if you do delays like that, you time it in a way that it will combo and confirm it. He is not dead. I think I saw people thinking that I could have killed him with CVM, and I don't think I could have. I was very surprised when he DP here. I thought that, if anything, he would do a wake up mash. But, went for a wake up DP. Worked out. Believe. Shit. Nice jump back, jump C. Option to beat, many options, assault or a throw. So now I'm down one game. Ace God is not scared of reversals. If I was scared of him mashing, honestly. Because if I dashed up to him and I blocked and he decided to mash, I feel like I was going to lose the game there. Having to guess again on defense. So honestly, I'm meeting him because I was scared of wake up mash. I thought this would be an option he would use from the desperate, but he ended up DPing. Yep, we have a great break. Very bad for me right now. This should be honestly a game for him. There's not really much I can do to get out of the corner. But he actually used change shift, which is very fortunate for me. It gives me CS. In situations like these, I recommend not spending CS. I recommend just trying to hold on to it as long as possible. No confirm on the 5B. Yep, B-Tatsu beats things like 3C. That's why it makes it very difficult to get out. So here I'm on my last leg. See what I do to adjust. More assaults to open them up. Yeah, matchups that you're unfavored in, you just sort of have to go with your strong offense. Deny them situations that are the reason why it's a bad matchup. Yep. You see me mask my throw here with some walk buffers to sort of mask what I'm doing. See, I do it there for a throw. Then you see me do it again here with assault. So I mix up my options, make my offense that more scary. What did he do? Come there. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, he's dead. No, he's not dead. Yeah, I should have killed. That time I think I was just nervous and I wasn't confident in my ability to see the also I really do want 200 meter for the start. Yeah, I saw him before doing lots of RPS after this, like mashing. So I figured, hey, if he's gonna backdash, he's gonna backdash. But if he really wants to press a button, I'm just gonna medium and hit him. Somehow this is good for me in the prime spot I want to be. Yeah, that's why I'm scared of this mashing. It just changes the turn so quickly. Super out. Fortunate for me. This might be my last shot to get stuff going. This corner right here. Because if he gets out, yep, that's what makes it scary. It's not completely over because I'm not in the corner yet. That right there was very fortunate for me. He did CS, but he got throw instead. He tried to buffer it with like a throw or something. Ended up just working out for me. So that's just me getting very lucky. Not dead yet though. Yep. He ended up getting a lot of meter for that, which kind of didn't expect. Yep, right here I was pretty scared of dying, but I didn't. So it's just one neutral exchange for who wins. Go for a desperate super. 2B ended up clutching it out. I say, oh yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I'll see on it. I was having a lot of fun that tournament. I wasn't really stressed at all, which is always fun. Yep, here it's 1-1. I sort of have a feel for him now. So, let's see how I play now. Lots of buttons, lots of buttons. You want to press buttons because you want to make it your turn, because that's how you win, but that's why the match was bad. They're very good at beating you. Yep. Lots of things going on there. So right here, I thought it was BDP, and I reacted to it too late. And then I wanted to make use of my fail off meter, so I decided to jump 236C. Too far to get the 236B, I already knew. Here, I know that charge 5C will beat him blocking well, will be him mashing a button. He can't really like DP super out, and I know most probably that it will beat parry, so I go for that. It actually won't beat parry, but they'll usually always time it wrong, so it'll be timing 4 or 5C. Yep. So right here, what's going through my mind is that I don't have the life lead. I need to start doing something. I have grid to spare him shooting correctly on defense. So instead of going for something cheeky like a block string in the 6B, once he starts blocking the block string, he's probably going to be expecting something, so he's going to be more ready for stuff. But if I hit him with something quick like a 5A in the overhead, once he blocks the 5A, his brain starts to think about what's going on. And then I don't know where 6B comes and hits him. And here we have the Blaze God. Take notes, gentlemen. Been doing this since 2015. Works every time. One more time. Let's go. So here I really should have spent, should have changed him to get meter, but I just wanted to guarantee to kill him. Yep. Rob throw again, in case you're looking for a Granny Brewer. Yep. Throw reset. I think throw resets are honestly pretty underutilized. There's lots of RPSs you can use with it, and the risk on it is fairly low. You miss out on guaranteed damage and corner carry, which is big, but if you really want to just start getting a big life lead, I like it. Yep, confirm. I love watching the chat. It's very amusing. I love watching people root for me, and I love watching the people not rooting for me. I think that's pretty funny. Yep, go for the gimmick. I go for the gimmick here because I saw that I wasn't winning Warple anyway. So I knew that out of this situation it was going to be pretty scary because he's probably going to be CSing after a 2-3-6C. So I figured why not just go for an option that might win me around. And then ended up working out for me. Now let's see what my next match is at. Versus Brendan. Now Brendan is interesting because I've never actually fought him before. So going in I have less information to work with. But I'm probably going to be doing the stuff I've been doing beforehand, doing stuff like 6-6C to test him if he knows proper responses. Probably some command grab RPS, and really just trying to get a feel of the matchup, player matchup that is. This matchup in particular I have not played in a while, and it's always been one of my hardest matchups. Low profile things are sort of the hardest part for me. Whoa, hello Salty Bet. I don't know why that happened. Sorry about that. You really want to use stuff like 6-6C to beat moves like this, space out and then 6-6C, and all times for Shade's favor. I don't think I did much of that during the set, but during casuals I did later. But you'll probably be seeing me get hit by those more often than I should be because I'm just struggling to find the proper response. I'm very glad I got to play Brandon this weekend. Very strong man. I have not fought Lewis in a while, so it's reassuring that I can learn that matchup more. Yep. Yep. You see me mashing there, just trying to get a hit. That is one thing about my play, is that I can be pretty patient on defense, but when it comes to these neutral situations, I just want to get my game going, so I will try to make a guess to make that happen, which can be a detriment at times. You see me going for a lot of charge 5Cs because it's air unblockable. This makes it strong against characters that I like to jump. Like Lin. So here I'm just sort of trying to weather the storm so I can grid. I knew I had to be very careful on my pressure, so you saw me not meeting him because I was scared to wake up CS, and I saw he did not wake up CS, so it's something to look forward to. So we're just trying to make him waste CS, trying to win grid, and I managed to do it. So this is not a bad situation for me. Yep. You just sort of run your usual Gord gameplay right here. Wake up DP I remember being very surprised about. Again, I thought that if anything he would wake up Nash, which is probably a something I should take note for future tournaments. Is that people with DP characters do like DP to close out the round, especially in tournament. I saw Jui should do it, I saw Brandon do it. I know Elmo players should do it because they're batshit insane. So, just something to think about. Yep. Those are very annoying situations to deal with versus lane because at certain ranges, it is negative and you could throw it, but at certain ranges, like if you mash throw, sometimes the throw will come out here, if you press a button, sometimes your button will come out here and it'll whiff. And then it just crosses up and it hits you. It's very annoying. But I do feel pretty content just blocking, man. Yep, you see me dash out. Yep. Saw that he's pretty patient on defense, so I figured my guys will work and help me get that grid, but he ended up winning it. Yep. I saw that my grabs were working out pretty well. Oh, thanks, Hanzo. saw that. Yep. You see me CS there to get meter. It's very easy CS and the round thing you could do to get meter. You'll see me go for that a lot. I'll do Grim Reaper empty just to test how ready they are to punish it, and they figure that I'm well 236C, so I end up not 236Cing because I didn't really want to be put in that situation anyway, and I wanted to save meter pretty much. Yep. So me go for a limb specific here because it's pretty easy. I get a lot more damage. Yep, very good by Brendan, not hitting me there. Nice. Nice to see. Beat my charge 5C. I do end up using charge 5C more than I should have sometimes. But it just so happens that characters are fighting were pretty successful. Excuse me. Pretty, it was a good tool versus them. Wow. And I'm not taking the throw even though the Robo Cycle was going to end. So I must have been pretty scared with just RPS there. It's pretty obvious that you're going for a throw. You're going for a throw or assault, but I was scared of button and getting it, so I ended up just getting the throw. Yep. Gore 2C not pulling through for one of the first times these sets actually. Gore 2C will lose to assault a lot of times. Imagine that 2C had not 14 from hit level. Yep. It's just sort of how it goes for Gordon. 2C is just such a strong overall button that it ends up being okay that that's poor head and roll. Chat's funny. Nice shield. I had a few options. I could go for 214B, but I figured he's probably going for a button or something, so decided to shield. The Blaze learned combos he would win Evo. My combos are sick, actually. Fuck you. I don't mean that, but hope you die. I don't mean that. I was doing lots of optimal 5-8 confirms this tournament, and I was pretty happy. I'm watching the chat too much. TC ends up working out. Sully is going for lots of delays in his pressure. So that's when you want to press a button to get out. I knew that I was going to drop the combo here because it was too far. So I could go for like 5B, 214B. But I kind of just wanted a better Oki, so I just waited. I knew that I would not take much damage if I VP here, so I ended up doing it. I know that I have CS here, so I'm going to try to take advantage of it. I get a decent use out of it, landing a super, but getting a lot more would have been nice, like a Grand Brick Friend. Oh, I remember saying that this was a little gimmicky. I don't really use it as a gimmick, I use it as sort of a alternative to 623B, 236C, just because it reaches farther, and sometimes I will hit him crouching. Managed to get the RPS there for the win. Even though I lose to Brendan, I think I played decently well, and I know I made mistakes during the last game. I know I can improve on them. No! What was that decision making on my part? So right here, I know he has grid advantage. So what do I do here to get grid? For me, it would be like run up, which is probably why I got hit by something. Because if you just sit there and shield, they might not do anything, and they're already winning, so no reason for them to press a button, but it will work. Yep, here, he just sells blood, so he goes for throws. You have to be willing to eat those throws. especially versus a strike throw character like Lynn. Yep. Grim Reaper. That's the third strike right there. Oh. Third strike is whiffing a throw, and I mean like, oh shit, so you go for another throw, and not working out. And then go for a throw was. Yep. See, like right there, I know that throw reset will win me a game, so why not at least try to go for it? I already have Vorpal. It's not like I'm gonna be losing that much if he guessed correctly. So that, I would say, is a pretty good spot to go for something like that. Nice memes. I wonder if stuff like calling things memes, decision making people do, is a detriment to learning. Because sometimes people won't be willing to learn stuff because they consider it a sort of gimmicky option. Oh. Norcia is not legit, but if you know an option is going to work, you're going to try to go for it, you know? As long as you know the reason why you're doing it. If you just go, I'm just going to do it to do it, then yeah, it's a gimmick, but... Are they negative? They are negative, but her frame data at that range, like right there, if I went for 5A, she backdash, she's at prime range. She walked back a bit, my 5A might whiff, and then she does 5A and it hits me. They're just very scary to press buttons there. You are correct there, negative. Just scary to press a button still. That's funny. That's a good response. I don't know what those words are. I won't use that. Oh, here was a great thing I saw Brendan doing. You get by DP and you don't really want to tech forward because they could run under and then you're in the corner, and you don't really want to tech back because you'll lose grid, so you end up like doing delay neutral tech so you can stay neutral in the grid. What he ends up doing is he gets a full combo on the throw when I do that. That was not something I was ready for. I was very impressed when I saw that. And it's probably not something like advanced or anything, but it's just something I haven't seen before and it makes sense, so. Catches the 2C here. Pretty dire situation for me. Yep. Hit off. Guessed right. Might I win this round? I don't think I do, but nice response. Ooh. Yeah, right about here is when I get hit. Because he has CS, you know. Did I reset again, or did I have a combo? Not sure. Fortunate anti, yep, charge C. So I think a big thing about that game was that it's 1-1 and it's losers, so I'm just sort of scared of getting eliminated. So I remember in particular I go for instant assault at start round and I would get hit for it. That's just me being too antsy and not waiting for my opportunity. My big mistake when fighting Brendan is honestly not realizing how solid of a player he is quickly enough. Because once I realize a player is solid, I can sort of play more soundly myself. But since it was the first time I was fighting him, I sort of was taking a very neutral approach. Neutral as in my mindset going in was very middle ground. And it ended up costing me. I should have been going to set, evaluating very highly, I think. I was expecting a lot more ADPs and a lot more mashing, but very solid player, treated me with a lot of respect, and I wasn't ready for it. And then ended up losing because of it. So that's the last game with Gord this tournament. No one else plays Gord because The character is garbage. I hope you enjoyed the analysis, and I'll see you guys later.